Hello. Mabuhay. Hello from Madrid, and hello to everyone who are tuning in and who will be tuning in on Nomads Media in the Philippines, in Asia, in Spain, Europe, North America, all over the world, basically. Welcome again to Nomads, the lifestyle media for dreamers and visionaries. We've created Nomads to provide resources and inspiration for entrepreneurs, creators, marketers, freelancers, and more who aspire to create and thrive. Of course, Nomads Media is produced by VideoGaga, your marketing platform, and this is your host, Carlo Velasco of Nomads Media and VideoGaga. Exciting. I'm very excited. We've got another amazing live stream episode today to inspire us, educate us, and of course, to motivate us in career and business. We'll be talking about creating your success, creating your own opportunities, and creating new opportunities, not just finding them as a business owner, a professional, an employee, of course, for our digital nomads out there and creators as well. We'll also dive into the world of creativity, beauty, and fashion with our very special guest, Galvez. He's one of the leading celebrity makeup artists in the Philippines and the Vice President Creative Director for Tony Galvez School of Cosmetology, an entrepreneur, a brand ambassador for brands, and of course, a social media personality himself. Jake is also known as one of the hosts of the online queer show, Becky Nights. So let's all welcome, here we go, Jake. Hey, Jake.
Hi. Hi, Carlo. Oh my
Good
gosh, such a nice
evening.
introduction. Good
Thank you.
evening.
Yes, of
Grabe,
course.
ang daming title.
Yes. You have lots
Hi,
of
everybody. Hi.
accolades. Very
Hello.
happy to see you again.
Yeah, I know. Happy to see you. It's been a long time since we have chatted, and it's so nice to see you and talk to you about certain topics, which is you're also an expert about. So yeah.
Yes, I'm sure everyone's looking forward to our discussion. We'll talk about your career story, how you've evolved, right? From being, of course, a creative person yourself, a makeup artist, to becoming an entrepreneur and creative director. I'm sure a lot of people would like to also input or I would say integrate, add some creativity into their projects, into their businesses at the same
Right.
time, for those who are employees, freelancers, they would like to create their own, basically, new opportunities for themselves. So we'll be
That's
talking
true.
about those themes here. But let's
I'm so
start
excited
with,
to share that. Yeah.
yes, I'm sure you have a lot of inputs and I would say advice to our fellow dreamers and visionaries out there. Let's start with your passion. What can you say are your personal and even professional passions?
Well, professionally, of course, my passion is beauty. So anything about makeup, hair, anything that beautify human beings. So that's basically my passion professionally. So, and then personally, I have so many passions. I love art. I love interior design. I love architecture. Um, Basically, if you're gonna think about it, I love anything that's beautiful. So yeah, so that's my passions in life.
Yes, basically to beautify life.
Yeah. So anything that
Right?
relates to beauty or something beautiful, that's my passion.
Yes. Speaking of beautiful, let's say hi to our beautiful viewers out there who are tuning
Oh,
in
hi.
right now. Luis Vecina, she said earlier
Oh, hi,
waiting. Hello,
Louise.
we're here now. And Jericho Andrade, hello, hello,
Oh,
hello.
hi.
And of course, we'll be sending this video out to after the live session. to our participants and students on VideoGaga. All
All right.
right.
Excited.
Tell us more about what's keeping you busy right now, especially for our viewers who are, of course, not familiar with the scene in Asia or in the Philippines. Tell us more about what's keeping you busy currently.
Currently, I'm a makeup artist. So, my job right now is, of course, to beautify my muses and a lot of celebrities locally. So, yeah, every day I'm working as a makeup artist to my muses, and yeah, and I'm booked with numerous jobs such as advertising campaigns, doing a lot of photo shoots, TV commercials, live shows, important events, and yeah, basically that's my job as a makeup artist. And on the side, I do handle certain businesses. So I co-manage our family business. It's called Tony Galvez School of Cosmetology. So basically, our family business is really about beauty. We have a beauty salon located in Quezon City. So it's called Tony Galvez Salon, and this entire building that our family owns is an entire complex of everything beauty. So from dental, from beauty, which is a salon, and then we have a beauty school which has been running for I don't know how many years now, but it's been running since 1989. So we're still so proud that we're still ongoing right now and we're still accepting students. So I'm no longer teaching there, but I'm part of I'm the one who created the structure of the system of our school and still managing it right now. So yeah, there. And also with my baby, I have my small business. It's called Lux Beauty Philippines. So it's basically a small boutique, online boutique store wherein a lot of makeup artists, beauty enthusiasts can buy different brands from abroad. So specifically false eyelashes, which is my technically my obsession as a makeup artist. So yeah, so that's my baby. So it has
Wow.
been yeah, so that business I started that during the pandemic. I think before the pandemic, and then yeah, a few months before the pandemic started. So yeah, so it's still ongoing right now. So we handle different lash international lash brands. So excited for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting because it's your new baby, and it shows that how e-commerce, right, is very important
Yeah.
right now. And you're utilizing it from being an artist yourself, teaching cosmetology, uh, uh, cosmetics, right, and
Yeah,
beauty,
cosmetology.
arts,
Yeah.
cosmetology. And now, basically, you're venturing into the e-commerce business.
Yeah,
Exciting,
it's so
exciting.
fun. Actually, it's very exciting because during that time that the pandemic started, that's the time that I was really focused on that business, and I was really able to grow it and um market it well. So that's my full attention was there for that business. So yeah, so I was so happy that that's a start ko siya during the pandemic, and yeah, it's doing so well right now.
Yeah, it was really a time during the pandemic. It was a time for us to rethink business, and yeah,
Yeah,
until
I
now, it's
know that's
very
true.
relevant.
That's true. Especially for me, which my job was practically a service wherein I really have to meet people and have to be there on the set. So
Mhm.
unlike other people who works from home, it's easier for them. So you really have to think of other ways to, earn and yeah.
Exciting and very practical indeed. Did you let's look back when you were starting out. Was being a makeup artist and even an entrepreneur your plan from the beginning? How did this begin or this evolve?
Well, initially, when I was in college, I wanted to become an interior designer because I was so fascinated by decor. I was so fascinated with designing. I'm so fascinated with architecture. So ever since like I was a teenager, I have been when I was given when my own room, um, I was already keen on, I think I want my room to look like this. I want my space to look like this. So from then, I asked my parents if I can take an interior design course, which they obviously, coming from a family-oriented um, family, business-oriented family, they wanted me to take up business. So talagang my dad was very eager for me to take up business because I'm the only one who can technically continue with the legacy of our family business, which is beauty. And so, hindi niya ako pinayagan mag-interior design. And then, he convinced me to take up business. So I took up entrepreneurship in FAMS International School, in which, okay, sige, fine, I would take up business, and then I finished school, and then after that, I interned for a couple of companies. I interned for PLDT. I wasn't really happy with the corporate setup. I don't know. There's something about the corporate world that I wasn't really at peace. I don't know. There's something about it na parang hindi siya para sa akin. And so I told my dad na I think I'm ready to apprentice to you and, start managing our business. And so from there, I was immersed to the world of beauty, beautifying people, doing makeup. And this is when I started already doing internship in our salon. So practically, I really started doing a lot of free work, or I was assisting our head stylist. I was assisting my dad. I was doing a lot of experimenting on my sister or on my cousins. I was doing makeup on my mom. So marami siyang experimental stage. So from there, I think that's the time that I was already considering that, oh, I think this is something that I like. So basing from this experience, parang na-realize ko I was throwing my creativity from this. So sabi ko, yeah, I think I can, kasi ever since I was a kid, I was already painting, I was already creating something. So parang naisip ko na this is something that I will really, I think I will be passionate about. So what I did, so I was interning in our salon, and I was managing also the school. Well, technically not managing. I was a staff in the school. So that's the time that I decided I will go to a beauty school abroad. So I studied for 2 years abroad, cosmetology. So that's the time that I saw that, oh, this is something that I really like. So I was able to meet a lot of young, aspiring artists like myself. So I was immersed into international way of doing beauty, wherein dun ko na-realize na grabe, nung time na yon, ibang-iba pa yung way of doing servicing clients abroad and here talaga. Sila, they're very clean, they disinfect everything, and then they clean their. So I was so surprised by how much they value the craft. So that's the time that sabi ko, this is something that I really want to do. So what I did is I studied everything. I studied hair, I studied makeup, and then I studied even nails. Nag-study ako ng um, nail care. So I know how to do manicure. I know how to do nail art and everything. So I studied everything. And then when I went back here in the Philippines, that's the time that I was already um, reinventing our school to become better kasi parang at the time medyo hindi pa maganda yung system, so I have to reconstruct everything. I have to do a new syllabus and pattern it to the US um system. So I was
Mhm.
already enjoying it, and then yeah, so that's a time that I already considering that I think I want to master in one particular skill, which is the one that I chose is makeup. So there, it started from there. So I was already focusing myself on makeup kasi nung time na yan, if you want to do everything, you will be in the salon. So I really wanted to become I really want to express my creativity, and the only way for me to express is through makeup. So there, doon na siya nagsimula. So
Yeah.
it started from there.
Now, when it
How
comes to beauty and fashion, did you, yeah, long history because yeah, you have a long experience as well, right? But when it comes to creativity, fashion, beauty, has it always been? Were you always interested, or how did it start your interest in this field?
sorry, I lost the audio.
No worries,
Okay, wait.
no problem.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, what was your question again?
Yeah, so when did your interest, I would say your interest in beauty and fashion, I would say grow? Because of course, or even like begin and grow, because you studied, but have you always had the flair for beauty, fashion, and creativity? Were you uh, interested in fashion already at the young age?
Yeah, very much. Sobra. As in talagang I was fascinated. I think I was that kid who loves watching MTV and fashion TV and lifestyle channel. Those are the the
Yeah,
media na naabutan ko ng time na yun. So I was when I had my room, my own room, talagang 'di ba when you experience your TV by yourself, so parang
yeah,
the entire time I was just watching and immersing myself into the shows of Lifestyle Network and then MTV. So a lot of pop stars, a lot of
yes, yeah.
VJs. Yes. So yun yung talaga
Interviews,
for me ang humulma sa character ko, folk
yeah,
character ko. And a lot of fashion
yeah,
TV.
media,
Do you remember when the fashion TV was
of course.
the entire time playing
Oh wow,
everything about
yeah,
photo shoots, fashion shows, runway
yes.
shows, and everything. Yun. That's
Yes,
the
fashion TV
that's
showcasing Tokyo, Milan, London, Paris, and of course
yeah.
MTV also showing different lifestyles, not just music, right? And of course the lives and the works of pop stars. So far, um, well, let's talk about the evolution. So you studied, you were always interested in style, in beauty, in creativity. But what about building your own personal style? How has that evolved? Your style
Sorry,
as a
Carlo. I
makeup
have to fix
artist?
up my microphone. I can't
No
hear you that
worries.
much. Sorry. Wait, hang on.
Oh. So while Jake is fixing that, let's okay, here
There.
he's back.
Okay. I can hear you perfectly
Okay.
now. Thank you. Sorry about that.
All right. Perfect. So I was asking about your personal style. How did you develop your personal style as a makeup artist?
Personal style.
And then eventually as a creative director.
Okay, so personal style in doing makeup. Ever since I was doing when I was young and still exploring makeup, I I found my idols, I should say, in makeup. So what I would do is I would recreate their looks and then try to achieve it. Yun yung for me yung practice when I was younger. So when I was younger, when I was starting, I started doing makeup and exploring my creativity side in doing a lot of editorial works. So, dun ko talaga nabuhos yung lahat ng creative side ko because um, that's how I started. I started working and collaborating with Mega Magazine, Preview Magazine, with Metro Magazine. Those are my technically my creative avenue. So dun kami
Yes.
nag-create ng a lot of looks and everything. We would usually get inspirations from different international shoots, from vintage makeup looks and everything. So from there, I was able to I was able to enhance my skills creatively, and yeah, and then I transitioned to celebrity makeup when I was discovered by who discovered me anyway. Anyway, I don't know if whoever that person may be. It was Andy Eigenman. It was Andy Eigenman in which I first
Uh,
worked with her, and that's the time that I transitioned from editorial fashion makeup to celebrity makeup. So that's the time na discover ko na I have, kasi iba magkaiba yung fashion makeup to celebrity makeup style.
yes.
So editorial is very playful. You can do whatever you want. Celebrity is more on enhancing the face of your client or your celebrity. So it's really totally different. So from there, my first celebrity client was Andy Eigenman, and she was already beautiful. So it was so easy for me to to do her makeup, and she was so fun. She was so game to do anything. So yeah, so there. So from
Indeed,
there,
editorial. Yeah.
so
Just
from
like
from
for,
doing se-
go ahead.
from there, from doing Andy Eigenman's makeup, I was already my network. Um, my network became much better by working with a lot of celebrities already. So I was already working with ABS-CBN and GMA Talent. So this is with Marian Rivera, with Kim Chu, with the younger other A-list celebrities. I was able to try them. So doon ko na-discover doon ko na mas mas na-master yung celebrity makeup look.
Yes.
So
And
yeah,
with just one, your first big break, right? You said with us with celebrity Andy
yeah,
Eigenman. That's how it started, right? Your network
that's how it
grew.
started. Yeah,
You got different connections. You got basically, I can imagine, recommended by other people. Found you
yeah.
through magazine and
Yeah, actually, that's the
through their.
only way that you can be discovered at that time. At that time, social media wasn't as big as now because right now it's so easy for a creative to be seen and for your work to be seen. Before, you really have to make your work to be seen in magazines, and in order
Mhm.
for other people to like really discover you. So yeah,
Yeah,
so yes,
yes.
that's how
It's
I
like
got discovered.
it's a portfolio itself being in
Yeah,
magazines.
I
And
know.
even
That's
up to this
true.
day, right? Even up to this day, with social media, networking and having your own, I would say, established portfolio really
Yeah,
helps a lot to boost your career, whether you're a business owner or a freelancer, right?
that's true. That's true. I have been because I'm meeting a lot of freelancers, a lot of creatives right now, young creatives right now who really gets discouraged by a lot of people doesn't really see my work and I don't get much clients and I don't but they have really great potential. So what I always tell them is just put your work out there even if nobody is liking it, nobody is seeing your work or nobody is sharing it. Just keep on doing your creativity, and eventually someone will see it and will discover you, and you will get your break. Just keep on doing it.
Yeah, true. And of course, it really helps to network, right? Because
Very
who knows,
much, very much,
one
very
contact will
much.
make a difference. And it
That's
doesn't have to
true.
be a
That's
celebrity.
true.
It can be
It doesn't have to be a celebrity.
with other
That's true.
professionals, with other business owners, whether it's a small or a big business.
That's true. When I was starting, how I got into the editorial world is so funny because most of the people in fashion and editorial w- were people I hang out with when I was young, partying, hanging out in different malls, in of course school if you're very lucky. Those friends that you hang out with when you were young are the people you're gonna be working with in the future. Because basically the people na mga nakagive ko before are already fashion editors at the time, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Huy, I'm a makeup artist now. I graduated from MUD in New York. Can you like book me to do an editorial for your fashion ed?" So parang it's so easy for me at the time to like um book jobs that I want. So parang yeah, so that's how I started. It's very important. Networking is very, very important.
Yes, putting yourself out there. It's very true because being a journalist, being a media professional, that's how I started as well. Um, I started as a student writer, a university student writer, and then I approached Manila Bulletin myself because there was an opportunity. I said, okay, I can write for you guys. I'm a student editor, student journalist. And that's how it started. From Bulletin, I got full-time job in newspapers, in
Which
magazines, and then
section in bulletin were you part of?
students, schools, college,
Students.
and
Okay.
university. Yes, I forgot the acronym, but it's called Schools, Colleges, and Universities section
Okay.
of the bulletin, where they invite students to
Nice.
write. And it was a good break
Oh,
for me as well because I interviewed Doy Del Mundo. So I was like, wow, what an opportunity! One
yeah.
of our I would say award-winning film directors. So that was how like an entry into the arts, into showbiz as well, and entertainment, and really maximizing that, and then I use it to build my portfolio. So it's the same, with writers,
Yeah.
with entrepreneurs, building your portfolio. I would say little by little, just like what you
Yeah.
did with the magazines. So we have a few messages here from Louise.
Oh.
Same here. I love fashion TV. I'm not sure if it's still, maybe it's still running. Yeah.
I think it's still
Uh,
running. Yeah,
yeah,
it's still
kidding,
running.
right? Yeah. And then from Jericho Andrade, Sir Jake is really great and encouraging people like me as a young and
Wow.
aspiring.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
amazing.
Eh.
And then Luis, Lucina again, very strong words. I love that. Keep going. It's true. Just keep
Ah,
on going. We're all here, hustling and thriving, right, in this world. And it makes a difference to really put yourself out there. Now, you are from being a beauty artist, a makeup artist, being in fashion, to becoming an entrepreneur yourself. How has that been for you?
well, there's so many learnings. Until now, I'm still learning so many things. Like being an entrepreneur is totally different from being a creative or a freelance artist. So it takes a lot of patience, a lot of money, a lot of um, failures in doing um, business. And I'm so happy currently with my current. This is just not the first business that I did right now. So I already did a beauty brand when I was on my early 20s. So when I was in my early 20s, I was very eager to be an entrepreneur, be a makeup artist, so many things. So I started a brand called Makeover Cosmetics. It's an international brand that we franchise along with my one of my best friends, Divinely. So we brought a brand from Singapore and brought it here in the Philippines. So uh, when we were creating that brand, we were so busy individually with our work, so we cannot really focus our or give our attention to that business. So technically, the the brand only lasted for, I think, I'm not sure if it's a year and a half to 2 years. We were able to place it in SM Beauty, but mababa yung sales. So sabi ko, oh my gosh, we have to do something. We tried reviving it, and then eventually it failed. So medyo parang nasad ako nung time na yun kasi I cannot really give my full attention. I was also establishing my name as a makeup artist in the industry. And I wanted to create another one. So parang nahirapan talaga ako nung time na yun. So I have to let it go. And then, yun nga, so after 2019, when I was already considering that I think I'm already ready to create another brand. So when I went to Bali, Indonesia, and sorry, Jakarta, Indonesia, I saw this really nice eyelash brand. It's called Artisan Pro. So this lashes is a brand that is being used in Indonesia by a lot of professional makeup artists. As a professional makeup artist, my style talaga has always been creating really nice lush lashes. So when I see amazing high quality eyelashes, I get so excited. So when I saw it on in Jakarta, I was so in love with it. And so that's the time that I decided to bring it here in Manila, that brand. And so there, so the brand Artisan Pro is exclusively distributed by our company, which is Lux Beauty Philippines. So yeah, and
I see.
I
It's
recent
this one,
last
right?
year. Yeah, that's the one. So I had it's an Indonesian brand, and I had a collaboration with them last year, which I designed my own lashes specifically designed for Filipina eyes. So yeah, I said you should have working link.
Yeah, I think it's my internet, but it's
Yeah,
still already
it's okay.
loading now.
Yeah,
Great. So this is it. We're just showing you guys
yeah,
some images from the links on Jade's
yeah.
website.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
so these
it's on my
are
Instagram.
basically sold online. Great, exciting,
So
exciting.
yeah, so that's my baby. So yeah, we distribute a lot of brands in the Philippines. So we distribute not just Artisan. We have Artisan Pro, of course, that's our hero product, and then we have Mercredi, which is also an Indonesian brand, and then we have our own line, which is Lux Beauty Essentials. We also have yeah, that's it. That's our brands there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's still a small
Yeah,
business, but
Luis.
we're in a lot of things to learn.
Yeah. What have been Oh, Luis said best lashes. There, thank
Oh,
you.
thank you, Luis.
What have been your biggest challenges so far running your own business?
As challenges so far. Um, of challenges, a lot of challenges. Because during the when I started this business, I think during the pandemic, that's the time. Since this is a niche product, so meaning this is a professional makeup artist uses these products. So at the time, syempre pandemic, 'di ba? So there's no events, there's no people are just at home. So there's no use for these products basically. 'Di ba? So talagang lahat nasa bahay lang and na hindi siya talaga kailangan, hindi siya necessity I should say it. So, wala siyang need. But of course, there's a lot of influencers who were doing a lot of tutorials online. So medyo nag-survive naman siya, nag-thrive siya. So I think yun yung naging challenge for us as a company and also as a creative. Um, I realized that kasi no time na yun, until now, I'm still micromanaging. So sabi ko, oh my gosh, I think I cannot divide my attention, myself in managing my business, this business, and of course, making a career as a makeup artist. So I took an advice from my good friend, IC Mendoza, that you really have to hire people like yourself who believes in who can do your job. So sabi ko,
Yeah.
oh talaga, okay, do you think I can do it? Yeah, sabi niya, yes, you can do it. So you really have to invest with a lot of people. You have to understand. So I'm really learning from a lot of friends also who's into business that I have to delegate already this work. Who's gonna do your social media? Who's gonna do all the marketing? Who's gonna do sales? So that's the time that I go, oh yeah, I really cannot do everything because during the pandemic, of course, I can do it because I wasn't really working remotely. I can answer all to the queries on Instagram. I would pack all the I was literally doing everything. So and then I realized that I cannot pala. I cannot do it or else sasabog yung utak ko. Yeah, my
Yeah.
mind's gonna blow.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
really one thing. Of course, it's one thing to multitask, but it's also another to delegate, right? And to
that's
even with a
true.
few
That's
people,
true.
one person or two people who can help you, uh, basically make the work, the operations more productive, right?
That's
It really
true.
helps. Wow. But it's one thing
Kaya nga
to
eh.
um, train and delegate. Delegation, I think, is one of the most challenging, right?
Exactly.
Um,
You really have to
I would
assign it
say,
to a lot to different people. Because sabi nga nila, you cannot grow your brand if you are still the one answering all the questions one by one in all social media platforms. You cannot think of new products to expand your business if you're the one still doing all the Facebook ads, the TikTok ads, and everything like that. So you really have to
yeah,
delegate the work.
true. Wow, it's very challenging to delegate, especially if you have the vision already and you
Yeah.
basically have the idea of the quality you want to reach, you want to obtain, right? We have a question from Jericho. Do you
Oh,
think, as an entrepreneur student, when you were in college, uh, or as an entrepreneur student, does it help right now to enter a business as a creative or a makeup artist?
you know
So,
what? I
as an
did.
does it help to enter
So,
a business?
do you think as an entrep student, so you're an entrepreneurial students who are in college, does it help right now as a creative or makeup entering or entered business? Teka, hindi ko masyado maintindihan, Jericho. But, pero parang gusto niya tanongin kung does it help right now as a creative? Yeah, I think yes. A lot of
Enter.
people right now a lot of people right now who's very young are already considering doing a lot of businesses. Na napansin ko ha, as young as 17,
Wow,
18, 19 years old, they are
amazing.
venturing into to business. And this is real life ha. And a lot of people also I've noticed they are resigning from their day jobs and being
Mhm.
entrepreneurs and venturing into e-commerce and selling online or either live selling, either drop shipping. There's so many things that you
Yes,
can that
yes.
young people can do right now because they have the luxury of time. So yes,
Digital
as a
technology and
creative,
time.
yeah, yeah, I know. They are very, and as a creative or as a makeup artist, you have actually the edge because yung mga creatives like us or makeup artists like us, we have so many ideas in marketing. And right now, the important thing in creating a business is, of course, the most important is marketing in order for you to create a successful brand. So yes, as a
Yeah,
creative, you have an edge. You have an edge
you have an
to
edge.
start your own business.
Yeah, you have an edge to, as you said earlier, you have the time. You have more time to do it. You have more time
Yes.
to experiment, to make
Yeah.
mistakes. I always mention it here actually to test and learn ideas,
Hmm.
new projects, and I think starting early is very helpful indeed. And then for
Yeah.
Luis, I think all the young generations, they're risk takers now. There, very true. Actually, I
Totoo.
want to add to
That's the
what you were saying, Jay, earlier on social media. So, of course, you'll see a lot of makeup artists, designers, young journalists, photographers who are very active in social media, and they really start young. And they're basically the strategy for them, or the plan at least, is to start on social media and turn that into a business. So, for
yeah.
example, creators becoming their own agency or social media
Mhm.
agencies, social media
Yeah.
experts. What's amazing that a decade ago we could have never, or over a decade ago, even 20 years ago, we could have never imagined that happening because you
Yeah.
need more training to get there, right?
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? It's so what's nice about social media is there's also no specific formula because it keeps on changing and evolving. I mean, in order for you to make yourself really successful in social media, you really have to immerse yourself. You really have to be obsessed with social media in order for you to
Yeah,
really know what's going on with social media and to understand it. So yeah.
indeed.
And tama si
Definitely.
Luis na tama si Luis, you really have to be brave. You really have to really be sure that this is what I want to do. Whether you're in business, whether as a creative, as a professional, as an influencer, or that who wants to be famous and known, or yeah. So you really kailangan talaga matapang ka, and you really have to put yourself out there. Consistency also
Yes,
is very important. Yeah.
it's true. What about for people who'd like to start a career in beauty, in fashion, in the creative scene? How can they start this career
You know,
or their career?
fashion and beauty, very tempting talaga siya because a lot of young creatives and young people are, I think, really fascinated by this industry. You know, it can be really glamorous. It can be really fun. Of course, yun yung nakikita ng lahat na, oh, ang ganda, ang social ng fashion industry. But it's really tough. It's a really tough industry. So, and it's a really broad industry. You have to ask yourself, where do I want to position myself? So if you are a creator, okay, let's start it first. If you want to be in the beauty industry, where do you want to what do you want to become? So look for a person that you want to be. Like for example, I think I want to become a makeup artist. So if you want to
Yeah.
become a makeup artist, start by of course practicing your skills, learning a lot of makeup artistry online. There's so many ways to learn nowadays. Because before, during my time, the only way for you to learn makeup is by going to a beauty school. So that's the only time that you have so many resources. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's TikTok. As in, it's basically everyone's an expert nowadays, and you can learn
Yes,
from them.
definitely.
So
Right?
from there, that's true. So from there, master your craft, and then when you master your craft, start by doing a mentorship program. If you are already if you have the network, you can start by um, being apprentice to a makeup artist, and from there you will start already opening your network. You will be able to start your network, and then make sure to make your socials visually appealing. Of course, that's right now it's the most important
Yes.
portfolio of any creative is to make your socials as um, 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 highly appealing and beautiful as
Yeah.
possible.
Like a menu.
So, diba? Yeah, it is. It is a menu. They look at your socials everywhere. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's how you will start. So, kasi there's so many things eh. In beauty, you can be a beauty influencer. Gusto mo lang, that's also a job. That's also another one. You're just at home, you're attending events, you're just doing tutorials at home, doing a lot of promotions, brand ambassadors. So you can do that as well. So it depends on where do you want to go or what do you want to be.
Indeed. Now, how about for people like what Jericho mentioned earlier? One of our viewers, our friends here in the community. For people who have a, I would say, who started out as a professional or as a freelancer,
Yeah.
but they want to turn it into a business. What advice can you give them? Because that's something you did as well.
Okay, so if like you want to make your own business, yeah, I think
Yes.
you can do that. You can do that. You can turn something that you're passionate about. Like myself, I was so passionate about false eyelashes. So sabi ko, gusto ko talaga siyang gawing business because I want to share that amazing products to other artists and to other makeup artists, to other beauty enthusiasts. So that's what I did. So you can also do that. I know a lot of makeup artists who um, eventually transform themselves into entrepreneurs. Like if they're very obsessed with makeup, they would make a makeup line. Of course, if you know Albert Cunyawan, he created Deviant, the brand. So that's another thing that you can do. You can eventually turn yourself into an entrepreneur and create your own business that you are passionate about.
Yes, and actually that applies to different industries as well. If you're passionate
That's
about
true.
sports, you're passionate about social media, I mean, sky is the limit, right? It's all out there. And you have the internet as your tool, as your, I would say, your canvas, right? Your canvas. Who's going to say
Yeah,
canvas?
that's true. Pwede rin Canva.
All right.
To do your,
Was,
to do
for
your
example, just like exactly, just like Melanie, is it Melanie? Yeah, the Filipino Australian CEO of or co-CEO
Canva.
or CEO of Canva, right? That's what they did.
Yeah,
Wow, and now it's an
grabe.
enormous company, and because they're passionate about design and I would say productivity as well,
Yeah,
which is helping people.
inspiring. Sobrang inspiring.
Super, super. How about for freelancers? What makes an effective freelancer? Since being a makeup artist yourself, y- I can imagine you've already not perfected, but really become an expert in building your freelance network.
Okay, so um, I've been a freelancer for I think more than 15 years already, or maybe 17 years. So it initially it was tough. It was tough for me to become a freelancer because of course, di ba, wala kang expected monthly salary. So you don't know if you're
Yes.
gonna be booked for the coming weeks or the coming months. You're just waiting. You're just waiting for an appointment or for an inquiry. You're always waiting for an inquiry. At first, it was a hard time. Good thing, of course, at the time I was still living up with my parents, so I was very supported by my parents, and and I was when I was starting as a freelancer, I was very, as sabi nga nila Luis kanina, very brave. I was I was collaborating with a lot of people. I was so excited. Ito yung time na sobrang excited ako to create. And in that, because I want to get a lot of work and jobs, whether this is a paid job or a not a paid job. This is just a collaboration with different artists. I, I what I did is I thought of creating an exhibit. At the time, I was friends with a lot of creatives. I was friends with a lot of photographers, stylists, hairstylists, fashion stylists, and celebrity friends. So, nung time na yon, when I was starting, I want to create um, different looks that with a lot of photographers. So that's when I started doing a photo and a beauty and style exhibit. I first called it Face to Face, and this is a collaboration with my cousin Matt Gozun, hairstylist Bern Rodriguez, and with a lot of stylists and photographers. This this one is with top photographers and with top fashion stylists. Name it all. So what I did is I just asked them, hey, do you want to do a shoot with this celebrity, with this model and everything? And so naging malaki na siya. Naging malaki na siyang collaboration. And then ayun, so that's how I technically started my freelance life. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, this is so fun because the power of collaboration is amazing because you will be able to create different looks. You will be able to network with different people. And ayun, yun siya. That's how I started my freelance work. And I think doon ko na-establish yung name ko as a makeup artist, doing a lot of creative works. So yeah.
Yes, collaborating. Wow, it's really
Yeah,
powerful. Um,
collaboration
right?
talaga.
Yeah. Whether you're actually collaborating with your friends or with new talents, or of course, if you're able to collaborate with established professionals already, with
Yeah,
companies, it's very powerful because, of course, it's like building a community and tapping a new, I would say, network, a new audience through them, right? Sharing also your individual networks. That's why even for me, yeah, I think for students right now, I think in the past at least 20 years, um, a lot of the activities, sorry, programs, academic programs do that. They heavily do collaborative projects for their students
collaborative
or
work.
as
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
that's true. And you know what? And I've realized that those collaborations that I did years ago or when I was starting as a freelancers were formative in my creative process, my creative style. Meaning, hindi ko siya, important siya. Though I didn't earn from that one. We didn't earn a single cent from doing all of those collaborations. But you know that it was all memorable. Kasi right now, di ba, there's an ongoing discussions about collaborations, free collaborations with designers and celebrities, how these celebrities are not paying a lot of this. Have you heard about that news, Carlo? About top designers, um,
Ah, yes, yes,
uh,
of course.
top designers do
Basically,
having a discussion about asking for free custom outfits for them to
celebrities
wear
asking
in
for free.
special occasion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Free. I think it depends. Ako naman kasi it depends on ano eh. It depends on the creative. Kasi syempre, di ba, if it's beneficial on both parties and you agreed to do it, I think there's
Yes,
nothing wrong with it. Kasi parang, di ba, if this specific person who will be my collaborator will help my
yes,
brand or my name, I would do it. I would do it. I would collaborate and collaborate with this person for free. I would do it for free.
It's true. It's true. Um, it depends on your strategy, really. But if the
Yeah, it
strategy
depends on your
or
strategy.
objective, yeah. So for
Yeah,
collaboration, if your objective is actually to earn and to sell something,
yeah.
or to, I would
To
say,
promote
offer your
yourself, to
paid
promote
service.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah. So of course, the first thing is the free collaboration. It's not technically free if your strategy is to promote yourself. And if there is a real exchange, right? If in your
yeah,
uh, perspective or from your point of view, you will get something out of it. There's value to it. But if there's no
yes.
value to it, then that's when payment, of course, should be involved. And
Involved.
that should be
Agreed.
your objective
Agreed.
as well. You want your service to be paid, right? Then
Yes.
you should
Agreed.
be upfront about it. So yeah, it makes a
That's
lot of
true.
sense.
And if you think that you don't if those criteria aren't met, and then that's the time that you say no or you ask for a payment, diba? It's easy to
Yes,
decline or it's easy to say no, sorry, I can't do it.
yes, and I think it also in with our designer friends, it's also been an issue with graphic
Yeah.
designers, video
Yeah, I know
editors, because
there's even in all industries actually issue naman
yeah,
talaga yan, 'di ba? Like designers, layout artists, 'di ba?
yes. Of course, we writers we are asked for a service in exchange for some companies say for your portfolio. But if you're not actually building up your portfolio anymore as a you're not a beginner, you're not a
Yeah,
newbie that needs to build up their I would say initial portfolio, then it's true
yeah.
that you shouldn't take a free collaboration or I would say provide your services for free. Indeed, indeed. What about being a manager? What have you learned so far managing your own business? What makes an effective leader or manager?
Oh my gosh, an effective leader. I think the most important is oh gosh, that's a hard question, but I think being a good boss to your employees. No, you will know that if your employees has been with you through the years and they are loving their jobs and um even if there's so many struggles and hardships with the company and they're still there staying with you, it means that you're doing a good job and you're you're listening to their needs and kasama mo sila mag-grow sa business mo. So number one ko natutunan yan from my entrepreneur friends is that you have to take care of your employees. You have to listen to all of their needs. And of course, all of us, we experience a lot of burnout, stress at work. But in in anything or no matter what happens, lalagyan mo siya ng puso. You have to understand where they're coming from, the conflicts and everything. You have to address them every time. So I think that one makes that's very important with with anyone who has a business or if you're a business owner is that you have to take care of your employees. So yeah,
Very true, very true. The team, right?
yeah,
Um,
that's true.
if your team is happy, your employees, your consultants are happy. You have
Yeah,
a I would say because it's a relationship, yeah, right? You're building a relationship. You're growing a relationship with other people. So if you take care of them, they'll take care of you and the business as well. I agree. Couldn't agree more.
that's true. That's
And that,
true.
that also includes the freelancers you work with and the consultants. and partners, of course, your partners.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, let's talk about marketing. You're active on social media. Of course, you yourself, you're part of a group of creatives, um, your group of friends who are all from the entertainment and creative and beauty industries. How do you utilize marketing um, for your own? Because you mentioned earlier social media, your own career
Social media.
and
Yeah.
business as well.
Okay, so ever since I think ever since social media started, we're so into it already. I mean, we're very wired, as we say it, as friends. We're very active on social media. That's how we also, me and my friends, started our podcast before, which is called Becky Nights. It's a queer show about LGBT issues, whatever, and anything, anything under the sun. That's how we started. We pioneered podcasting basically in the Philippines. So, um, yeah, so social media is very important to me. I always tell all of the new creatives and the new artists right now that you don't have to be afraid of social media. Because a lot of people are saying, may mga people kasi na who's resisting um, using these certain apps. Oh, pa TikTok, pang bata lang yan. Or Instagram Reels, hindi ko kaya mag-edit niyan, nakakapagod din, wala akong
Yes.
time for that. I don't know how to use that. And then learn how to do it. Because if you're not gonna learn now, you're gonna have a hard time learning it in the future because it keeps on changing and evolving. So, if you're so afraid of change na parang ay photos lang ako, I'm okay with that, I'm gonna learn that next time, then you won't be able to cope up. And yun nga, like I said, it's evolving. The way people promote their services and their products is evolving. You won't be able to catch up anymore kasi ang dami ko mga friends, grabe, sabi niya, grabe, you have time to do you have time to do edit reels, you have time to do a TikTok, you have time to do a get ready with me. Sabi ko sa kanya, you know what, before I don't know how. I was having a hard time. Now it's easier because na I just explore and and try to I just try to navigate it. And yeah, yeah, sabi nga ni Luis, never stop learning. Just keep on
Yes,
learning and learning.
indeed. Yeah, like what you said, really like if you have these new skills also, actually,
Yeah.
you can uh, also teach your colleagues. It's a new skill that your team can actually benefit from, right? So especially when it comes to career and business, maybe you can remove your if you're not interested in sharing your personal life. Yeah, you can remove that, but you can utilize social media and use it to your advantage, right? For your business or for your career. Yeah, just like the images we're showing right now, you're using social media for basically to broadcast, to publish your projects as well, your business, your projects, your social activities. There. Oop, let's
Yes,
add
yes.
him back.
Okay.
You heard me right
Okay.
earlier.
Yes, yes, yes. I heard you. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Carlo. I make sure that my Instagram, specifically my Instagram, I share almost everything. My journey as a makeup artist. I share so many products. That I love, my favorite products. I share behind the scenes of what's going on in a photo shoot, in a TV commercial shoot, because a lot of people are really interested on what's really going on behind the camera or behind the glam of these
Mhm.
celebrities. So I really make sure to share as much as possible, to be real as much as possible, and share everything. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like what you said, it's really it's your portfolio. It's your
it is.
um, it's a menu for
Yeah,
your business,
that's true.
right? And then of course you also have we mentioned earlier Becky Knights.
Yeah,
You started that. It's Becky Knights. For those who don't know, is a queer podcast show. For the basically you talk about everything and anything under the sun when it comes to the
yeah.
LGBTQ plus community. And I think because you started very early on in this field, um, I consider Becky Knights as I would say groundbreaking because you guys started it especially for the queer community and representation actually really uh, was done there, was achieved by that show.
I'm so happy because of the impact Becky Knights created, and only recent years ko lang siya na-realized, because a lot of people were reaching out to me personally how much Becky Knights really touched their lives. Which I'm so happy because we're not that as active anymore, because of course we are already adults and when we started that we were
Mhm.
practically so young, almost like kids. And 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 I love it because during that time that we started Becky Nights, the LGBT community wasn't as strong as now, and
Yeah.
nakaka-proud because
So,
people are messaging me saying na grabe how you guys opened so many doors, how you guys um normalize feminism in 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 Philippines, na parang it's okay to be effeminate, it's okay to be yourself, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy of what we did with Becky Nights kahit na hindi na kami as active as before. So yeah.
yes, indeed. But yeah, it's very entertaining, very, I mean, wow, witty, very witty, your group. And I think it was, when you were starting out, it was a habit for a lot of people to listen in. I think people
I
were calling
know.
it, like, last week I talked to Sam YG, another
Yeah.
podcaster. He had
Yeah,
a
oh my
very
gosh.
a very famous radio show in the Philippines, and then they were saying that you're the version of their show, a queer version during that time, right? During
Yeah.
that
During
time,
that time.
I think
Yeah,
you had
that's
a
true.
collaboration with other hosts like them, right? Um,
Yeah, we did.
I think you did. You did collaborate with them,
Yes. Yeah, we
with
did collaborate
other
with them.
popular
Yeah,
podcast or radio shows as
that's
well.
true.
So yeah,
That's true. And we
Luis
we won
says,
awards. We won awards before. So nakaka-proud siya. It makes me really proud to say that during that time that ngayon kasi there's a lot of podcasts already, um and we're no longer part of that generation. This one is a really totally different generation. But during that time that we were doing podcasts, ang onti lang namin, as in talagang super, super onti lang na podcasters. So, makes me really proud.
yes, yeah. So basically, you're one of the groups that started
Yeah.
I would say queer themed podcast, and we're very happy
Yes. Yeah.
that there are more now. But yeah, you guys individually, I'm sure everyone is happy to follow your content on social media. I'm sure everyone, Divine, um, and Margot, everyone from Becky Nights know they're
Yeah.
handling their own. People are following them from when you started up to now, handling your own social media accounts as personalities or as creators. Now, how do you plan your content? speaking of social media, how do you do it? Is it do you plan it, or do you just base it on your activities?
Oh, that's a good question. Do I plan it? There are some posts that's really planned. So basically, my socials are a mix of everything. So my socials are professional and personal. So there's a lot of, so you can see a lot of my creative works. You can see a lot of the faces of my clients, and then you will see a lot of the fashion shows that I'm attending, some get ready with me or some makeup tutorials. So it's a bunch of everything. So if you want to see um everything that's beautiful, basically you go to my page. So do I plan it? Yes, there are some planned posts for some brands that I promote, and there are some just very random things. So like I would do like get ready with me today, and then let's just
Mhm.
show what I'm wearing today, and let's just show some simple makeup tutorials. So it can be random, it can be planned. So very depends on the mood.
Yeah, so like this, we're showing the get ready with me, basically
Yeah, that's not
using
even planned. Yeah.
trends, right? Memes.
Yeah. So that again, that's just my makeup showing my makeup with my muses. And then it's very random actually. I also do weddings. So because a lot of people think that I only do celebrities, but yes, I do normal people. And celebrities
Yes,
are normal people too.
of
The
course, of
events that I go
course,
to.
indeed. Now, um, what advice can you give people who want to grow their presence on social media? Perhaps you have some
Oh my
tips
gosh.
for
Oh, if you
people
want
who
to
would
grow your
like to
presence on
grow, improve
social
their
media,
social media.
the one thing that you should think about is what kind of content do you want to do. Okay, so if you want to grow your content, like kasi there's so the- TikTok, if you're gonna go to TikTok, that's a different market. It's a totally different market. And then if you wanna, there's some creators who just wants to focus on Instagram. So, magkaiba din siya ng style or ng market. So you have to choose which one your brand is more aligned to. So if you think your brand is more aligned to TikTok, and then you do the TikTok style of of doing content. But if you're more of Instagram, that is more polished, more I should say more clean or more organized than you do Instagram. Because I think TikTok is merely more casual. So you can literally post anything. So then you can do TikTok. So now if you want to grow your socials, I think the only thing is that you do things differently. Because if you're gonna copy everyone, if you're gonna do
Mhm.
like merely how get ready with me, a tutorial, uh, uh, a review, then you're just doing everyone's else content. So basically, the secret is to create a very unique content, and then from there, creating a unique content, and people will start noticing you because you're creating something different. You're offering something different to social media. So that's the time that you can get a new audience. People will start liking you, and and that's it. I think that's the best way for you to get noticed and grow your socials. Sabi nga nila, if you want to talagang focus, especially on TikTok, if you want to grow your numbers, is you have to do a niche. Isa lang yung gawin mo na content. So if you want to do makeup, just do makeup. If you want to do fashion, just do fashion. So, well,
Yeah, yeah.
the algorithm is very different nowadays. So just do your thing.
Yes, yes. Indeed, authenticity, right, really matters
That's
on
true.
social
It
media.
is very important. Yeah, yun nga eh. Lagi kong a lot of the younger generations right now, sasabi nila, kasi naano sila with the algorithm of Instagram and TikTok, and hindi na daw sila masyadong, hindi na daw nakikita sa FYP yung mga content nila. Sabi ko, don't be
Post.
discouraged by that. Yeah, just do your thing, do your content unique,
Yes.
and that's it.
Yeah, like keep on doing what you're doing, and it really helps to improve along the way. While we're waiting for Jake to come back.
There. There.
There. So as I was saying earlier, um, yeah, it really helps to improve, right? Keep on doing what you're doing, experiment as well, but also learn from the ones that didn't work.
Yeah,
Consistency, yes,
consistency. Just keep on doing what you're doing, even if no one is liking, viewing your post. Just keep on doing what you're doing.
it's true. And then consistency involves, I would say, uh, increasing the number of posts, the frequency, basically.
Yeah,
And then, of course, eventually, like you can start with 3 times a week, and then later on, every day,
every
if
day. Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the quality has to also improve while you're doing it. I would say while you're continuously working on
That's
your
true, Eden.
posts.
Alam mo, the fact that you're already doing it, you're already improving your craft every day. Because, di ba, the more that you do, the more that you create, the more that you're improving your craft.
Definitely. Wow, that was really helpful, Jake. For my final question, what's next for Jake Galvez? Wow.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't even know the answer to that question. What's next for me?
Or what should we look
You know,
forward to?
what should we look forward to? I'm looking to do more collaborations in the future. I was asked by my friend photographers, a photographer Nicolo Cosme, what should we do another exhibit in the future? I was telling him, na sabi ko, okay pa ba to do exhibit? I mean, do people appreciate still exhibits? Considering now that we are already in the digital age, people uploads already all the photos and the video, the content. Sabi ko, let's do something that's more exciting, that is more mas bagay in this generation. I don't know if it's gonna be an immersive
Mhm.
exhibition. I don't know. That's something that we're looking at. But that's the good thing about creatives like us, is that um the possibilities are endless. You can create so many things in your head, and yeah, so hopefully mangyari siya, ma-execute natin siya. So yeah, there. So I
Yeah.
hope in the
So
future that we get to do
yes,
more
hopefully a
collaborations.
new collaboration in the
Because
future. We're definitely we'll look forward to
yeah,
that. We'll watch out for that.
yes.
And of course, do you have uh, one final tip or advice for our aspiring entrepreneurs and creatives out there?
Well, first of all, to all the for the aspiring creatives out there, um just keep on doing what you're doing. Okay, so whether you're a makeup artist, you're a hairstylist, you're a content creator, or you're an influencer. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Be true to yourself. Have fun. Don't stress out on numbers, because a lot of people are now stressing out on number of followers, number of likes, number of views, that they end up buying followers, buying views,
Mhm.
buying likes. You know what? These agencies, of course, the goal is for them to monetize their page, to monetize their posts, and of course, we all want that. And these agencies who hire influencers, they can see, they can tell if you bought your followers or your posts. So make sure that you focus your attention in creating great content, um,
Mhm.
enhance or hone your skills, master your skills, in order for people to authentically like your post or really like you as an artist or as a creative. Para mas eventually in the long run, 'di ba, mas maganda or mas authentic yung success mo in the future. So yun lang yung advice ko for creatives and influencers. For aspiring entrepreneurs, don't give up. Ako, like I said, I had a failed businesses before, but I never give up. I was discouraged for some time, but I tried to learn also from different friends or different friends who are also entrepreneurs. I get a lot of insights from them, and then from there I apply it on. Oh, I think this will work for me. I think this business will work for me as a creative and as a entrepreneur. Kasi mahirap siya talagang pagsabayin. I'm telling you, like right now, as a creative and an entrepreneur, nahihirapan ako to ano. But if you find a certain business that will work for you, like myself, which is it's an online business, then good for you.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you align it with your existing um freelance work
Schedule.
and your yeah,
Yeah.
it's so hard. It's so hard. I know.
Availability.
Yeah, it's all about aligning it with what you do so that you don't sacrifice all the things that of course important that matters also. So which is your
Yeah.
freelance work, meron ka pang relationships, family time,
Yes.
your me
Yeah.
time, and dami. You have to master that. And
Yeah.
right now I'm not saying that I mastered it already, but I'm managing it pretty well. So yeah, there.
I couldn't agree more because I myself, I've been there. I'm still improving on it. But if you have the luxury or the opportunity to to build your own or organize your own schedule, your own routine, being a freelancer and being an entrepreneur, it really helps to align your work with your rhythm, right?
Yeah.
And with the ideal schedule that you'd like to apply or you'd like to practice at work. So
That's
definitely very
true.
helpful. Thanks so much, Jake. I had a great
Thanks,
conversation with
Carlo.
you.
Thank you. I had fun.
In wow, years, and finally we're able to chat
Yeah,
again. And
I
again, thank you
know.
to
Thank
our
you to all the
viewers.
people who listen and watch.
Yes, and who are gonna listen to this video on Nomads Media, our lifestyle media for dreamers and visionaries, and of course to our students, participants, and clients at VideoGaga, the marketing platform. Thanks again, Jake. I hope to see you
Thank you,
and we get to
Carlo.
collaborate again in the
Oh, yeah. I hope so.
future.
I really hope so.
I hope to see you here. Let me know if you're here
Yes,
in Madrid,
will
if you're
do.
ever here. And I
Would
hope to see
love
you there in
to.
Manila. And have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great weekend, Jake. And I'll see you all in our next adventure, our next live
Bye,
session.
guys.
Bye. See ya. See ya.